Rally 411 and Rockslide, Rally's newest edition, welcome you back to another FRX Rallycross event. With palm speed gone, will John Burke slip into first? A fierce race between Alex Rademacher and Jan Blixen for Rally 4-wheel drive is coming to a close, with one more race to go. Can Pedro hold on to his lead? Competition is heating as the 2008 series comes to an end. Rallycross is a small off-road course marked up by cones. Drivers must navigate their way through the cones as fast as they can without hitting them. Rallycross is a competition of speed and skill. Today we are in Antioch, California, nestled in the San Francisco Bay Area. Antioch is the entryway to the Sacramento Delta and is known for its fishing. The event is being held at the Antioch Fairgrounds and is being organized by Tam Sue. Mark Anton was the man to beat in street stock two-wheel drive. He's a veteran of Rallycross and a past champion of the FRX series. He manages to put together two very consistent rounds, putting him in an early lead. Pedro Munez is looking to defend his lead in the street stock two-wheel drive class. He wants to show that young Hispanics can beat the old fat white guys. He's looking great out there, but oh no, he manages to hit a finishing cone, and that will cost him 10 seconds. It's not looking so good for Pedro right now. There were too many two-wheel drive cars having trouble out on the track. The Honda of Ryan G and Michelle Ma kept getting lost, but only DNF'd once. John Black's Dodge Neon was a little underpowered because every round his car died and he only had human power to get around. The only rear-wheel drive car to make it out was Grant Parker in his BMW. He puts together solid runs and squeaks his way into third. Pedro Munez tried his hardest but only came in second. Of course, in first place by 30 seconds was Mark Anton in the Nissan Sentra. In street modified two-wheel drive, only 3 competitors ran and only 1 completed all 3 rounds. He was on fire in his Honda CRX. Literally, here you can see it's actually caught on fire under the hood. Rally two-wheel drive class saw 2 great competitors face off, veteran Jan Blixen in his Mini Cooper and young stud Alex Rademacher. In round 1, Jan showed his Mini power with a 143 solid, but hit 1 cone, bringing him to a 145. Alex took his rally prep Subaru and was 9/10 of a second slower than Jan, but luckily Jan hit a cone, so Alex pulls into first. Round 2 was another close one. Jan improved his time by 2 seconds and kept it inside, hitting no cones. Not to be outdone, Alex slid his Subaru to a 1.414, just 0.3 of a second slower. In round 3, Jan consistently pulled into the low 40s. I'm not sure what happened to Alex, but he ran a 152 and hit a finishing cone, giving him plus 10. Alex finishes the final round with 1.414, which is good. But unless Jan messes up in his final round, he has this one in the bag. Jan is looking good, not sliding too much, but kicking up a lot of dust. And yes, Jan has pulled in an even faster time of 140. Looks like Alex has to settle for second. Moving into third, D. Hyatt Roofing, CRX of David Hyatt. Moving on to our 4-wheel drive competitors, we start with street stock 4-wheel drive. Favored was Jim Spoor, who has been on a winning streak since Prairie City 2. Dusty Wall is hoping to throw dust in the face of Jim and repeat Prairie City 1 with a win here. Dusty earns his name in the first few rounds as he kicks up clouds of dust everywhere. His times show a little inconsistency because of his wild driving. Let's hope they are good enough for first. Jim is smooth, straight, and consistent, not kicking up a lot of dust around. Jim is looking good. Rip over power is his strategy, and it seems to pay off in rounds 1 and 2. He posts very low times under 140. He has hit 1 cone in his second round. These have put him First in class and even first overall so far. Round 3 for Dusty was anything but consistent. He lost another 3 seconds and hit 2 cones, costing him another 4 seconds. His final round was a huge improvement, shooting all the way down to 140. Jim was amazing in his final rounds. The tortoise wins the race is how this one played out. Jim is consistent around the track, keeping his speed down into the corners to maintain his grip. Jim wins first. Brian Thurgate moved into second place over Dusty, leaving him in third. Now we go over to SM4, one of the most competitive classes in Rallycross, with current SM4 leader Brent Blakely at the SCCA Rallycross National. John Burke, Tyler DeSoto, and Brian Wu look to first place to move up in the series. Round 1 was wild and very close. John Burke looked great sliding sideways, using all the King's horses and all the King's men to push his little car over the finish line. Sliding is not the fastest way around the course, but John has power to back up his wild driving style. This costs him as he pulls in a 141.8, but has hit a cone. Brian Wu had a great first round with 141.4, just 0.4 of a second faster than John because Brian hit a cone as well. The Mitsubishi Evo of Anthony Bertinoli showed the Subarus how to do it, with the fastest round 1 time of 141.9 and no cones. Round 2, Tyler DeSoto smashed the best lap time of the day with a 136.8 and no cones, but with a less than perfect round 1, he was not placing. John Burke straightened up a bit and kept his grip to get a 138, moving him to first. Brian Wu wasn't going to be beaten by John and matched his time, moving him into first place. Looks like Brian and John are going to have to keep it consistent to keep in the lead. John didn't have a great third round, hitting 3 cones and jumping back up about 5 seconds in his lap times. In second is Zach Rubin in his WRX with some great times, only 2.7 seconds slower than the leader. Tyler DeSoto had a bad round 3 like other competitors, but this one was very bad indeed. Hitting 4 cones and only getting a 151, but the real killer was his final round with a finish line cone costing him an extra 10 seconds. This ties him for third with Anthony Bertinoli. That's it from Antioch. Next event is Antioch 2, the final installment of the Northern California FRX series. Tensions are high as competitors gear up for the final event. For full results and standings, visit FormulaRallyX.com. For rally news, visit Rally411.com. And hang out at RockslideRally.com to share your pictures, videos, and more. Also, check out Rockslide for new videos and pictures covering the world of off-road car action. Thanks to FRX sponsors, and a special thanks to all the volunteers who made the event happen. See you next time.